Hi everyone. I just wanted to create a couple of videos in preparation for the free Pilates and Contemplative Prayer session we'll be doing from next week. This first one is just an introduction to contemplative prayer. So this is a very broad umbrella term. So I wanted to just kind of share how we'll be using it and what contemplative prayer is from my perspective. So first thing to say about it is that I'm coming from a Christian perspective. So that is the kind of spiritual roots and foundations we'll be looking at. And also there's a lot of contemplative prayer, and I'm choosing to kind of hone in on a few things that I think are really useful, beneficial, both spiritually, physiologically, emotionally, and everything. I take quite a science-based approach as well. So we're going to be looking at breath prayer. So this is just a really good way of focusing the mind, focusing our attention on the presence of God. Going to be using the Examine, which is an Ignatian practice. And this is like a reflective practice, learning to look back over our day and our week, noticing the movement and the presence of God. And the idea being that the more we practice it kind of on our mat and in the quiet, the more we learn to reflect as we go along through our normal day. And the other one is centering prayer. And again, this is more just focusing and stilling the mind, and learning not to just be constantly distracted and pulled in different directions. So that's the kind of element or the way, if you like, not the element, the way that I'm going to approach it. I might occasionally weave different things in, but they will be the main ones. I know there's lots of different opinions around contemplation, the contemplative in the Christian world. I'm definitely not an expert, just a student, but you would be really welcome to message me any questions or concerns you have about this. But my advice would be just really, I suppose, to give it a go and see how it sits with you and how you find it. And we do kind of keep going with things. There's like a repetitive element, and although the breath prayers can be different, really they are disciplines. So we are doing the same thing over and over again. Neurologically, that's a good idea, that kind of neuroplasticity of the brain and creating new pathways and becoming more attentive and aware is one of the goals of what we are doing. So this will be kind of weaved into our Pilates sessions. And Pilates itself helps us to just become really aware of the body and become quite centered in a physical way. So the spiritual is reflected in the physical as well. So that's really helpful. But yeah, just really a quick introduction to say that's where I'll be coming from with it all. And that if you have any questions or concerns, you can drop me a message, or I can point you in the direction of some good reading and research. But yeah, it's a really great journey. And you're so welcome to join me. And I look forward to seeing you next week.